In a bustling city where the buildings touched the sky, and the streets never slept, there lived a black cat named Midnight. Midnight was sleek and mysterious, with eyes that gleamed like stars. Despite being in a city full of life, Midnight often felt very lonely. His world was filled with the sounds of cars and chatter, but none of it was meant for him. Every day, Midnight would wander the alleys, watch the people rushing by, and curl up in a nook to nap. But at night, when the city grew quieter, Midnight's heart longed for something more. What was it? He could feel it like an itch he couldn't scratch. One quiet evening, as twilight fell over the city, Midnight gazed up at the towering buildings. His eyes were drawn to the glittering moon that hung high in the sky, a silver lantern hidden by the skyscrapers most of the time. He wondered what it would be like to see the moon in all its glory. With a determined meow, Midnight decided that he would climb to the highest point of the tallest building in the city. The journey was long and slippery, with narrow ledges and noisy, honking cars way down below. But Midnight's paws were sure, and his heart was set on seeing that moon. Finally, after what seemed like hours to him, Midnight reached the top. There was a gentle breeze, and the noise of the city was just a hum below him. Midnight's heart skipped a beat as he looked up, and there it was, the moon. It was 10 times more magnificent than he'd ever imagined, shining bright, and watching over the world like an old friend. As Midnight gazed upon the moon, a wonderful feeling spread through him. It was as if the moon was saying, "Hello, old pal. I've been waiting for you." Midnight felt connected to something larger than himself, no longer a lone black cat in a huge city, but a part of the night itself. From that night on, Midnight would venture up the building whenever he felt lonely. The moon became his companion, giving him hope and a sense of belonging. Midnight learned that even in a crowded place, sometimes what you need is a friend who listens from afar. And so Midnight was alone no more. He had found his place in the world, guided by the moonlight. Do you ever feel lonely like Midnight did? If you could see anything clearly, what would it be? Maybe it's something that brings you joy, or a friend who lights up your darkest nights. Just like Midnight found his moon, perhaps there's a beacon waiting for you too.